Hey all, how's it going today? Infinite peace, love, and compassion for all. Today we have some DNA code activations to do with the Book of the Transcendence, Cosmic History Chronicles. Some stuff that's called the Galactic I Ching. And I'll do a video explaining more in depth as to the why to this stuff. But for now, we are going to just do a little something that we can all meditate to and do some visualizations that are beneficial for helping the DNA and the evolution of the planet, the human DNA. And this was channeled telepathic information. So we're going to get into it. Now today I'm going to look at the kin. So for today, which is kin 253, Red Rhythmic Skywalker. And also where we are on the 28-day cycle here. So this takes a little bit to explain, but for anybody who knows about the 441 matrix and the holomind perceiver, there it is there. And so these DNA codons, going to activate them with the 441 matrix. You know, for anybody who knows, you can use that. And they correspond to whichever these four quadrants. So like that top quarter goes to this top right quarter of the matrix, which is in the back left of our brain. So today, find out where we are, right here. BMU 133, codon 33. And this is found because it is the 16th day of the month right now in the 28-day cycle. And so, starts on day 1, goes around 14, 15, 16. So on the 16th day here, DNA codon 33. Then, so we have this pattern here, which it's always, it's the outside numbers that are the actual. Those are the DNA codons, and the inside one are the radialized version of it. And so, and here we'll find where kin 253 is. And so this sequence, it's a 64 codon sequence, and then it returns after the 64th. The 65th becomes the first, and it goes from there. So because I know the pattern, work with this. Let's say, like, for right now, we're at kin 253. And the equivalent to that one is 61, which is not there. So that's how I'm going to find it for y'all. Kin 240, 241, 242, 243, 244, 245, 246, 247, 248, 249, 250, 251, 252, 253. So there we got 253, which is codon 61. BMU 98. And so this also gets activated on a monthly basis, every 12th day. So we're going to come over here, and we're going to look at these things. And I forgot to add another part of this. So we got, these are the codons and affirmations. And we are going to activate the one we were looking at before, 33. And so here's how we're going to do it. I'm going to go back over to another part of the book for anybody who wants to go into a more advanced part of it where we visualize the square, the cube. If not, you can fast forward and just simply meditate upon these affirmations here for number 33. Divinatory affirmation. So, this is how we activate the Galactic I Ching telepathically. If I can find the page quick, I usually have trouble finding this one. Lots of awesome stuff here. There we go. Galactic I Ching. And I recommend looking at this and reviewing it. You know, you can go back in the video, play it, pause it again. So, it starts out from the bottom up. So, and we form a cube around us. We place the rune, or the symbol, into the center of this cube as well. So we start from here, the bottom line, which is the first one is the bottom of the cube. And then we go to the right side of the cube. And then after the right side, we go to the left side. So, you know, I wish I had I can go get a dice, but maybe not necessary. So we got the bottom of the cube, the right side, the left side. And then the next part, we go the back of the cube, the front of the cube, and then the top of the cube. So the order is bottom, right, left, back, front, top. And then the rune in the middle. So we're going to go back to over here. I'm going to relocate into another room because I anticipate having to move due to people living here, which are my parents. Alright, we're in a 100% peaceful room. We got some crystals here, crystal skulls. So, DNA codon number 33. And even if you wanted to just meditate and tap into the energies, because they are very much going to be flowing, whether you are aware of it or not, just from watching this video. So we open up BMU 133, which is 6.13 in Vigisimal. And that is a -5 on the Hollow Mind Perceiver. So just kind of activate that, open it up in the front right of the brain, and note the numbers. So we got 33 and 16, adds up to 49. The difference in between them is 17. 6 and 7. Adds up to 23, difference between them is 9. And then 7 and 33 is 40. Difference in between them is 26. Just noting these numbers, it does something. So we'll start here at the codon. So we got time and meditation. So, as before, turn this into a square right now, or cube rather, sorry. So bottom line, open, the right, bottom line, bottom of the cube open, right side of the cube open, left side of the cube open, closed, and then the back of the cube closed, front of the cube closed, top of the cube closed. And you can just imagine this around yourself. You could also visualize literally the perspective of looking at this cube and seeing your own body within it. And just meditate and sit with this. You can just, you can do a focused visualization, or you can also meditate and just trust that your higher self is activating this for you as per the directions from your third dimensional body. Now you can pause the video if you want to meditate for it longer. I usually take a pretty long time, like about 20 minutes for all this stuff. But for the moment, I'm just going to speed through it, and you guys can pause when appropriate. So now we're going to visualize that dark green symbol. And at first I like to visualize it just on its own. And then after visualizing it on its own, placing it within the cube, along with these around it. And as I said before, trusting that your higher self is activating the spiritual technology for you. So after we visualize those, we're going to visualize that same process of a cube, but in red, and this represents the radial aspect of it, which informs this one. So, once again, and once you guys start doing this consistently, it just becomes very easy to look at these and figure out where they are in this cube. So, bottom of the cube, open. Right side of the cube, open. Left side of the cube, open. Back of the cube, open. Front of the cube, closed. Top of the cube, open. And after this, move on to this portion. And now this one, we're going to just visualize it literally exactly how we see it. Visualize it right in front of your face. Visualize it on the ground 3 feet in front of you, in 3D, whatever you want. Time between space and time brings about devotion. Space, time, time. So visualize that for however long you wish. And then we got these divinatory affirmations. Time meditates cosmic order as a moon of space. Time meditates cosmic order as moon of space. Time meditates cosmic order as moon of space. Listen to the primordial sound of space. The power of space is its absorption in time. High above the mountain, the eagle disappears into the moon. So we just meditate upon these. Take however much time you wish. And know that there are other people in the world also doing this right now. And we are creating a telepathic network and activating the DNA. So we're going to move on to the next codon, which is for 61, kin 253. So we're going to close the BMU 133. And now we're going to activate the next BMU, which is 98, 4.18 invigesimal. And that one is a -8 on the hollow mind perceiver. So we got inner space informed by breath of time. So we start out with the cube. Bottom line closed. Bottom of the cube closed, rather. Right side of the cube closed. Left side of the cube open. Back of the cube open. Front of the cube closed. Top of the cube closed. And then we got this symbol here. And as before, visualize that on its own. And then place it inside the cube, which we've created from that. Now we'll move on to the next cube, which is the radialized aspect of it. Oh yeah, these numbers here. We got 116 total, 6155. Difference in between them 6, 55 and 9, 64. Difference of 46. And 61, 9, 70, difference of 53, 60, 52. So we got this cube. Bottom of the cube, closed. Right side of the cube, closed. Left side of the cube, closed. Back of the cube, open. Front of the cube, open. Top of the cube, open. We can just clear our minds. Then we got this one that we just visualize as exactly as we see it here. When space is surrounded by time, that is inner space. We got time, space, and time. And the more that one does these practices, especially daily, the more that and this applies to every practice that you do, by the way. It will attune you to whatever you're doing. So the more you do something, the more you'll feel from it, the more you'll get activations from it, and the easier it becomes. And it embeds itself into your subconscious mind. So we got these affirmations for this. Galactic octave resounds as mind through the breath of time. From the ocean of consciousness, time emerges. Nature perfects in a long space of time. Time seals space with cosmic breath, the disclosure of the divine. And now there's another affirmation that goes with this. And it's not in this book. But so this is based on Kin 253. And it connects to Kin 289, 189 rather, Red Resonant Moon. Yep. Okay. So it is rhythmic space initiates resonant universal water. Rhythmic space initiates resonant universal water. Rhythmic space initiates resonant universal water. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining. And there'll be more videos to explain more in depth as to everything about this stuff. This is just one small facet of the practices and the law of time, and they really do some cool stuff. Might be under the radar of most of us, even myself included most of the time, but it is definitely very important. Alright, so thank you all. Much love. Peace, love, and compassion to all. Subscribe and like, and let's keep this galactic train flowing on this time ship known as Earth. Peace.